All right, good day, everyone. On screen with me are the new co-interim head coaches of Cal State Bakersfield for the Roadrunners. That's Felipe Nogueira and Cinthia Angus. Thank you for joining me here today in our Big West Women's Volleyball preview, coaches.
Thank you. Good morning, Rob. We're excited to be here. First year.
Hi, Rob. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Well, I wanted to hit you with a quick first question reflecting on last season, particularly for Felipe, but I definitely want to get your thoughts too, Cinthia. But after the conclusion of the 2024 season, what are some key takeaways since you're right there in the mix of the competition?
Yeah, that's a tough conference, with Long Beach, Hawaii, Santa Barbara. I think our strategy was to be aggressive and serve aggressively. And yeah, every night is a different night, so we kind of didn't achieve our goal, which was to get to the tournament. But yeah, I think it was a lot of learning during that season. We had a lot of seniors. It was very important for me to learn from Coach G. Shout out to her. She's the reason why we're here, So yeah, just then we had a big turnover in the transfer portal, and that's kind of what it is nowadays. But we're excited to be here with this new group and looking forward to it.
All right. Well, Cinthia, I was going to ask you, based on what you've seen so far, what are your key takeaways from that 2024 season?
Yeah, I think the teams are a little bit more complete top to bottom compared to the WCC where I was before. And, the travel is a little bit more challenging as well, just because you play back to back. And so you don't have a lot of time in between matches to get prepared. And so, like Felipe said, we have a new group and it's going to be a new experience for everybody, including myself. And so we just see this as a good opportunity to learn and grow and go at it with, a new beginning.
Right. Well, let me ask you both this then. What I thought was interesting is I think you had a major roster revamp with 15 new faces and a very diverse roster from pretty much not only all over California, but all over the world. So I wanted to get you to comment on what the transition has been like, being that you're basically coming in, starting a new program. And we'll start with you, Cinthia, first.
Well, I think it was exciting to have everybody on the same page, that we get to recruit and be part of our new chapter. Is an opportunity, like I said, for everybody to just come in with zero expectations and just work really hard and trying to do their best. And everybody loved being here so far. It's good to see new faces. Our kids are excited to be here. They are super antsy to get started, and we couldn't ask for a better group of kids to do this with.
And Felipe, your thoughts on the transition with the new team in this new era?
Yeah, we kind of had to scramble a little bit to put a roster together, but in any means, when we were going through the recruiting process, we were being desperate to fill up the roster. We trying to find the right people, of course, with the right skills, the athletic ability and all that, but most of all, the right people that will fit in the things that me and Coach C have the vision for this year, so we are pretty happy with it. We had 3 transfers. 5 freshmen and 4 JUCO transfers. So it's a mix of nationalities, levels, and an experience that it's exciting.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about last year's team. You had some key losses. Can you talk about those 2 athletes that you mentioned and what they meant to the program? And we'll start with you, Felipe.
Totally, yeah. Samia Bakhta, it was our captain, senior middle. She kind of went from a transition from being a right side to a middle, and she was one of our fire, in the middle, not only blocking, but putting the ball away from the service line as well. And sorry, my light went off here. And Sydney Dunning, she's also had almost a 3 kills per set, and we're gonna miss them, but we're looking forward to what we have coming. So yeah.
Well, let me hit Cinthia with this question here. One returner. I mean, it's funny. Like usually you see more than one, but you only got one in opposite Drugan Davis. But it's a good piece to have back. I wanted to get your thoughts on her performance. I imagine you've seen her in the spring and what you know of her from last season.
Drew she has a heck of an arm, and I think we're going to need that a lot this year. She has a good line swing, as most of our opponents are aware of it. And during the spring, it was great to work with her to just expand her range a little bit and give her some more experience hitting different shots and trying different new things. And I think that she did get stronger. She got faster, and she did challenge herself. She did challenge herself to do those things and learn those different skills. And so we are excited to see her with this new group and see how she can help us offensively.
Well, the next piece, obviously, is the new faces who could be competing for positions as starters for the Roadrunners. A couple Brazilians and a German. Let's go to Felipe on this one because he's got two of his fellow country people there on that roster sheet.
Yeah, coming out of Brazil, we have Luisa and Suelen. They actually played together growing up. They're from the same state in Brazil. So even though they haven't played with us here, they have prior experience. Luisa led the JUCO in assists per set on her sophomore year. We're super excited about her. That's somebody, I think she was our first recruit. She was even here before Coach G left. So she was kind of the foundation for us to bring all this new people and new, and she did an amazing job, and she hasn't set a foot on the court for us, and she already had made an impact. So we are expecting great things from her. And Nila, also coming from a JUCO national champion, bringing size and experience in the middle. So yeah.
Excellent. Cinthia, any other thoughts you want to add on any of the new faces you could see on the court for the Roadrunners this season?
Yeah, I want to mention our secret assassin, I would say, Nicole Zake. She's a transfer from Virginia Tech. She was here with us all spring, and she's a good outside hitter, and I think she does a good job for us passing and is getting better defensively, but her attacking has improved tremendously, and her work ethic is great. And so we're really excited for her to be one of the starters, if not a huge contributor, because she was with us the whole spring through the whole transition as well. So.
Well, let me ask you both this then. You saw some of the players competing in the gym in the spring. Early thoughts on what you're seeing with your Roadrunner team, and we'll start with you, Felipe.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass that question to maybe a week or two from today, because in the spring we only had two of the players that are here with us today, so it's kind of hard to tell. We're really looking forward to how we're gonna mesh together as a team, and the level of physicality and the skill that we're gonna bring as well. So I'm as excited as you, Rob.
How about you, Cinthia? I know that there's only two, but any particular athletes in the spring of the two?
Well, I agree with Felipe on that. I can say that we are taller than previous years, so that helps. We can teach, height, and so that's exciting. But we'll defer you, ask us in 2 weeks, and we'll tell you with accuracy.
All right, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Well, let me ask you this, and we'll stay with Cinthia on this one first. What has you most excited as we enter the 2025 season?
Ooh, I think all the things. It's like Christmas, in the summer. We're excited for all the first experience that we'll have with this group of players. Everybody's new, like I said, and it's always just exciting, the locker room, the first practice, the first team meeting, the first compliance, everything is new and exciting for all of us in this group. And so I think every experience that we're gonna have together is an opportunity to set out a foundation of how we're gonna, behave and respond into various situations. And so it's just, a very exciting moment for all the things, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Felipe, your chance to have a shot at it. What are you most excited about here in the 2025 season?
Yeah, I think similar to what Coach C said, it's the opportunity of have a learning season. Everybody's new, including us coaches. So for us to take one practice at a time, one game at a time, one set at a time, and learn a little bit from it, the result will take care of itself. So if you work hard, do the little things, and maybe have a little fun while doing it, it will put us in a good situation to, maybe surprise some people.
Right. Now, I wanted to get your thoughts on the direction of the Big West and expansion with the addition of Sacramento State, CBU, and Utah Valley here in the near future. Let's start with you, Cinthia, on this one, and then go to Felipe.
Yeah, I think, it strengthens our conference, and with so many changes occurring on a regular basis, having more teams in a conference kind of gives a good foundation for the conference to continue to grow and expand over the years. I also think that geographically it's valuable because it does help us recruiting as well. Some players from Utah that are hard to get to, for just as an example, it's hard to get people out of Utah. Those players are maybe more enticing now to be coming to us because they now have an opportunity to go and play in front of their family and friends at Utah Valley, for instance. And so, it's just another opportunity to get us ready for an even more competitive Big West in 2026.
All right. How about you, Felipe?
Yeah, Sac State and Utah Valley, with two experienced coaches. They've been there for a long time and been successful at their respective conferences. And CBU with the new coach as well. He's going to have 1 year under his belt before coming into the Big West. It will definitely increase the level of our conference, and we're looking forward to welcome them.
And then a final question for you. No, actually, it won't be the final question. I have two more for you. What do you think you can see competition-wise in the Big West in 2025? And we'll start with you, Felipe.
Yeah, competition was like I said before, it's going to be every night's a different opportunity, a different night. We play a lot of back-to-back, so there's not much time to scout. Teams are going to play fast. They're gonna play good defense. They're going to serve tough. And for us, it's taking care of the ball on our side, and make the most difficult for their side. And hopefully we can put some good matches for our 2025 season.
All right, and Cinthia, let's close that out with you then.
No, I think I agree with Felipe, and it's like I said, it's a lot of opportunities that we will have to compete, and taking care of our side and the things that we can control are the most important. And then hopefully we do a good job to be consistent and aggressive, and and play the ball well, and hope for some wins there.
And finally, I know I said two, so this was the second and now officially the final, but I like asking this one because it kind of catches the coaches off guard, and I want to see where their heads are at. But do you have only the bold prediction here in 2025 in women's volleyball? And whoever feels ready, they can go and go first.
Bakersfield will be the team that people did not see coming in 2025. And what that means, I don't know. It could be that we make the tournament. It could be we're going to take one at a time. But I strongly believe that we have a good group. We're excited to get to work. And yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Okay, Cinthia, I want to give it a shot. And only the bold prediction in the Big West.
Oh, I would say that, May, shoot. Bold prediction. I would say, come at us with everything you got, and we're going to be ready. So.
All right, that's got Felipe Nogueira and Cinthia Angus, the co-interim head coaches of Cal State Bakersfield. Looking forward to catching you playing here in the 2025 season.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Rob.